The big sort of question I think we've got to answer is why it is over the last 50 years young people have just drifted out of sort of political culture.
I really think that a lot of people that feel disillusioned and feel that if they vote it's not going to make a change.
Young people don't feel like they have a part in the whole process.
The number one issue for 18% of all young people, tuition fees. The number 4 issue is student fees or debt. And I was really struck that nowhere really here is housing. What are the other issues that we're not missing? Duro, do you have any thoughts on that?
I think the media has a major part to play in that, because the media likes to focus on the things that politicians are focusing on and things that is more prominent in their manifestos, the right attention that they deserve.
A lot of sort of, particularly in urban areas, sort of crime and justice issues that affect young people that don't really get talked about as a national issue.
I think that's another major problem. The trust or the relationship between young people and the police is something that we need to look at.
One of the things that economists talk about is unemployment and underemployment. They can't get the jobs they need, so they get work but they get stuck in it.
Younger people have less financial resources. They're the people that are going to be affected the most by decisions that are made. I think people need to be more engaged. They need to kind of follow the policies more rather than looking at the people and the personalities.
The education system in England in particular has got better and better and better over the last 20 or 30 years. And that means that younger people are generally better educated than older people, and yet they're not turning out to vote.
I think a lot of people they're more educated, but they're also kind of more distracted. They're more kind of focused on themselves in a way. I think that's why a lot of people are being more interested by hearing from celebrities and people like this that are kind of going to engage them. The amount of access to YouTube videos, and every kind of time, like last night when Ed Miliband did a little trip, everyone's tripped over, but then everyone's suddenly, it's gone viral, everyone's watching it, everyone's laughing at them.
It's trivial.
Yeah, it's very trivial now.
Young people I've worked with, they feel that politicians are too serious, that they can't relate to them. They're just these posh people in suits. I think politicians, especially in Northern Ireland, should work closer with the youth.
On Newsnight we had a sort of debate between the main Northern Irish party leaders. I was really shocked looking at it visually that they are basically a load of identical white men.
I think there should be a more diverse range of politicians over here. We should encourage young people to get more involved in politics.
The more young people get involved, the more politicians pay attention. That's what I would always say.
One of the things that's really striking about Scottish politics is it's so bitter now.
I would argue that that's afflicted across the whole of the UK, and you've got Ed Miliband and David Cameron and Nick Clegg all doing the exact same thing. They lead a national party. They're all point scoring between each other.
I'm going to ask you to make a prediction for who you think is going to be the Prime Minister, and what you think the best outcome would be for young people.
I don't know. What I would say is young people, if they go to vote, are going to swing who's going to be the Prime Minister.
So the young people that we have been speaking to that are going to vote, they're either going to vote for Labour or they're going to vote for Greens.
I would, if I had to put my money on it, I would put my money on either Ed Miliband or David Cameron being Prime Minister. Those who don't care, their voices don't get heard because they don't care. They need to realise that if they want a change, they need to make it happen.